So I'm going on a hair journey, of which I believe I mentioned before, but now I'm kind of going in depth about it. I recently cut off a lot of my hair because it was damaged. I did a Texlex, so it's like a texturizing relaxer or something. Doesn't matter. It was sort of a relaxer where it's supposed to like soften your curls. I just wanted to try it, but I regretted it. It damaged my hair. It wasn't the same, so I just cut it off and then just went down to this here because I had noticed like obviously my roots are gonna be better. So I just cut everything off and decided that it's just best to start over. I was gonna try to work with my hair and see if I can get it back, but honestly, it was just better to cut it off. Plus, when I was taking out one of my crochet styles, I accidentally cut my actual hair while I was cutting. I was just kind of like going at it. Wasn't paying attention, cut apart. You probably can't see it. You definitely could see it when I had my hair like straight in when I had it for my style. But now that everything's curly, can't really tell, but it's right in here where everything's just a little bit shorter. So really I cut it for the two reasons. One, my hair was damaged. Two, this part was short anyway, and I just kind of wanted to get everything on an even playing field. So definitely looks a lot better, a lot healthier. If I have any pictures, I'll put them in. But I don't think I kept the pictures I had because I thought I had saved them somewhere else, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. We're starting where I am right now, which is my little curly afro, my TWA, which I really like. At this point, I'm not really wearing it out. I'm just wearing a wig, just like plopping a wig on every day and taking it off at night so I can take care of my hair underneath. So today I'm actually washing my hair. I haven't washed my hair, I realize, in over a week, maybe in 2 weeks. But I've just been suffering from chronic pain, exhaustion, so it's just been hard for me to kind of get the energy up to wash my hair. It's much easier to wash, honestly, in this state, but it still does take extra effort to do so. So currently I have enough energy. I am in pain, but I have energy. So I figure if not both, I have one or the other. So I don't think I'm gonna be in a situation where I'm not in pain and also not tired, at least not for some time. But today I wanna say I'm not tired, but I have enough energy to put into washing my hair. So I'm gonna take it, I'll deal with the pain later. But first I do want to oil my scalp and my hair. So I have this Jamaican black castor oil. This one I just get from Burlington. Well, this one particular one I got from Burlington. I've seen it at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those kinds of stores. And then just to like do my ends, I do have this tgin Miracle Repairx Anti-Breakage Serum here. This one I actually got from Marshalls too, so they do have a lot of tgin products there. Well, I guess depends on where you live, because what they get in stores depends on where you live, but where I live they have a bunch of these products. So I'm just gonna start off with oiling my scalp, massaging my scalp, and then I'm gonna let it sit for 45 minutes to an hour. I do have some trouble areas. So, oh my goodness gracious. Are you okay? My cat just fell off the bathroom counter. I don't know if she was up here in the first place, but maybe that'll teach her not to get up here. But I do have some trouble areas. So again, I have this spot here where I had accidentally cut my hair. I just wanted to grow, of course. And then I have a really bad bald spot right here. Actually, there's no follicles. Like, you know how you can feel when there's follicles? It's just smooth right here. So I have this. It's pretty bad, actually. Probably from wearing wigs, but the one I have now, I'm making sure not to put it right here. I just kind of put it on my head until I can kind of get my hair in a state where it's not so fragile, because it's very fragile right now. So I just want to make sure it's nice and strong before I wear it out, because I have very sensitive hair, I noticed. Over here, it's not as bad, but I do have a little bit of balding here. And then I also use this, I don't know what this is called, but it's for like microdermabrasion, I think that's what it's called. It's supposed to be for like your face and skin, but it's a little bit harsh, I think. So I just use it like this to really massage in the oils, since it is bald right there and is so smooth. I just want to see if I can reactivate the follicles by doing something a little more abrasive than just using my fingertips. And I've been doing that, not every night, but maybe like a couple times a week. And this side, again, this side not that bad, but still want to get those edges in order. All right. My hair is nice and warm now, or my scalp I should say is nice and warm. Really get that blood flowing, get good circulation, so obviously it helps your hair to grow a little bit more. And I do have fine hair, I learned, so I have changed my routine from in the past to be more suitable for finer textured hair. While I do have 4C like afro hair, the actual strands are very fine. So I've been researching just how to take care of it better. So that's pretty much what this routine is, taking care of fine 4C hair, which probably should mention at the beginning. That's what I have. I have fine 4C afro texture hair. And I would like it to get into a healthy state so it can grow, because I want to have a very large afro. I picture that for myself. So now I'm going to go in with the Anti-Breakage serum. All right, now that that's all in, I'm just gonna put on my bonnet. Like I said, let it sit for 45 minutes to an hour. Honestly, I'll just let it sit until 8 o'clock, whenever that may be. I don't know what time it is right now. I'll also let it sit till 8, and then I will wash. So since I have fine 4C hair, I was reading that it is good to do the oil on the scalp. I know a lot of people have been doing that a lot lately, but it is very helpful. When you put it on your scalp, you massage your scalp, root stimulation to help with, 1, growth, of course, we all want growth. 2, helps with breakage, because you're putting in the oil to help with friction before you wash your hair. So you're not just kind of going in with your, well, I mean, your hands are wet, but it still has more friction, especially when you have fine 4C hair. It is more fragile. So you just want to make sure you're getting a good barrier between your hands and your hair. So I just want to make sure I'm not being too harsh with my hair now that it's in this new state. I want to make sure I give it a good environment to grow and become strong. And that is also why you want to do scalp stimulation, because it does help strengthen your hair. So anti-breakage, hair strengthening leads to growth. So that's where I'm at now. We're letting everything cook, marinate, get into the strands, really penetrate in there, get into my scalp, and then I will wash my hair. Let me show you what I've been using. So my research showed me that doing something that has a little bit more protein in it is good for my type of hair, because again, my hair is weak, brittle, dry, fragile, and to get it to grow, you need to make sure it's strengthened. Strong hair grows. Strong hair doesn't break. So that way I can reach the hair goals I have, which initially was getting my hair to be waist length, which I'm 6 feet tall. So waist length would be pretty long. So I'm going like, what's that, armpit length, just to see how far I get. So I'm hoping that this new routine really puts my hair in a good position. But for shampoo, I have this ApHogee shampoo for damaged hair. And this one cleanses gently, restores shine, helps strengthen hair, normalizes pH. That's what I have for my shampoo. And then I also have the ApHogee Keratin 2-minute Reconstructor, which is supposed to add strength and softness in one step. So it's quick and effective against heat and chemical damage. So this is what I have, that Reconstructor here. I also read that using honey masks helps. So initially I was using this tgin honey miracle hair mask. So this, I don't have much left. I got this from Marshall's too. That's really all I have left, but this lasted me a good while. And I did enjoy this. It did make my hair significantly softer, and it did make my curls appear, well, made my curls appear full stop, because obviously when you have afro texture, hair doesn't really curl too much, but there are little springlets in my hair that will sometimes pop out when I have good moisture, so that did bring it out. Like I said, I got it from Marshall's. When I went last time, I didn't see this, but I did see this product by the doux, and it's called the Sweetest thing. This is the honey moisture mask, and I was like, oh, I want to use that because I keep hearing about the doux, and I was like, oh, here's a product that I'm looking to restock up on, and they have the product that, or the type of product I'm looking for. This one doesn't really have a smell. The tgin does have kind of a, I thought it had a honey smell, but it just has like a conditioner smell, to be honest. And this one doesn't smell like anything at all, but here we are. So I'll be using this for the first time today. I'll let you know how that goes. My mom uses some of the doux products and she likes them, so I think she has a gel from the B line. This is called the B Girl collection. So she said she did like that. So I was like, oh, might as well give it a try. So I'll let you know how this goes. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna let this sit, marinate, really get into my hair strands, and then I will wash, come back, and then we'll do the after shampoo, after cleanse routine. All right, this is the state of my hair after the wash. Like I said, I haven't washed my hair in maybe honestly, it's probably been like 3 weeks. Don't judge me. But the shampoo, I've used that before. I forgot that makes my hair feel really squeaky clean. I wouldn't say it stripped it. It didn't feel too bad, but it did have that kind of squeaky clean feel. But my scalp did feel a lot cleaner because I have been, even though I haven't been washing, I still have been oiling my scalp on a regular basis. So I did have probably a little bit of buildup there. So it feels nice and clean now. The 2-minute repair, that stuff, yeah, that brought my hair back to life. So my hair is squeaky clean. I put the 2-minute Reconstructor in. I put a cap on while I was in the shower. I just washed my face while waiting for that to process. And then after that, my hair felt really good, felt soft, and can't complain, feels pretty good. And then I used the honeybee mask, I think that's what it was called. And once I put it on my hair, it did actually have a light scent, not too crazy, nothing overpowering. It was just a light, sweet scent. So that was nice. And I put that on, left it on for maybe 15 minutes. It says leave on for 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know how long I was in the shower letting that process. I put it on, put a cap on, and then just like wash, exfoliate stuff I would already be doing. And I will say, so with the 2-minute repair Reconstructor, it wants your hair to be towel dried. I wasn't gonna towel dry my hair in the shower, but I did just squeeze out excess water and put it in, which is interesting because I've just read a lot with 4C fine hair to make sure your hair is really wet, or just curly hair in general, making sure your hair is really wet to receive those kind of products. But the instructions say towel dried hair, so I squeezed out the excess water, put it in, let it process. So I think it's just because it needs to be able to actually get onto your strands. I'm not quite sure. I don't ask questions. It says to do that. I did it. But for the honeybee hair mask, that one did say to make sure your hair is like sopping wet. So I did, made sure it was dripping wet, put on my cap, and then it was really soft after that. And here's what we have to work with. And my hair was pretty easy to detangle. I just did finger detangling. Since it is short, I don't feel the need to go on with a comb or anything like that. My fingers did just fine. Shedding wise, again, I haven't really washed my hair in a while, so I do have a bit of shedding, but that's to be expected. So I'm fine with that. But now I'm gonna go in with my post-cleanse routine. So what I have here is the Palmer's Amino Bonding Complex. So this is a leave-in treatment. It says it's a multi-action natural bonding technology that transforms damaged hair bonds from the inside out. So that is what that looks like. And then it's in a spray. And this one I think you do have to make sure it's pretty saturated. It's also a heat protectant too. It says up to 450. So yeah, it just says spray generously onto towel dried hair. And then just working it through, because it says that you need to work it through to activate whatever's in there for the bonding purposes. So that's what we're doing. We're really just following instructions on things because I feel like they tested it in their labs and what have you, so they probably know how their product works the best. So that's what I'm gonna do. Next, I have this doux anti-itch hair oil. And I think doux is one of those brands that we all know and love. I haven't used it consistently enough to know if it actually makes hair grow. I mean, I don't believe there's a product that actually makes your hair grow. Things can help heal your hair, but hair growth really depends on genetics, what you're doing to your hair manipulation wise, even diet. So can products help? Sure. Is it gonna be the main thing to help your hair grow? I don't believe so, but I mean, that's what research is for. I'll look it up. I don't know, like I said, if this is really doing anything for growth, but it does make my scalp feel nice. So here's what that is, of course. And I am running low. This is one I have been using pretty consistently since I cut my hair. So like I said, it just makes my scalp feel nice. So we're just gonna apply generously. I have here this Mael Rosemary Mint Daily Styling Cream. I just use this as my moisturizer. It's pretty thick, so I don't use too much. This is the Argan Oil of Morocco by OGX Extra Penetrating Oil. This one is for dry, coarse hair. And like I said, I don't have much left, but this one is specifically for coarse hair like mine. So it is a little bit thicker than the other one that's available. About that much here. And that is that. I will say that is the nice thing about keeping my hair in a curly state, is that I don't have to do anything past this. Usually I would blow dry my hair if I'm doing a style afterwards, or even just braiding down for my wigs. But when I put my wig cap on, my hair flattens out pretty well. And my wig that I'm wearing is a curly wig, so my afro adding volume to it actually works out. So this is the state of my hair. Like I said, it's a work in progress here. I do have, again, the short spot here. It didn't show up very well, but I do have this bald spot here that, like I said, is pretty smooth. I don't really feel follicles, but I'm hoping that I can reactivate the follicles and get it back. Same thing on this side, not as bad, but hoping for the same thing. Thicken up the edges, grow out this one spot, and then of course in general, just grow out my hair. Keep the texture. Don't put any products on that are going to alter my hair texture, because as we've learned, as I've learned, my hair is not going to come back from that. And the whole reason I did my big chop 10 years ago now was because I want my hair to be natural. And over the past 10 years, I've probably done way too much for my hair, not knowing that I had fine hair, and I was treating it like it was very thick, coarse hair, which when you don't treat your hair the way it should be treated, it doesn't respond very well. I kept doing things that other people were doing, being like, why doesn't my hair look like theirs? Why isn't my hair responding like theirs? Because my hair is not like theirs. That's not what my hair is doing. My hair is never gonna do what their hair does because I have a different texture, I have a different density, and that's perfectly fine. We need more representation for fine 4C hair, I feel. Because I feel like there's so many like big afros and just very thick and lush, and they're beautiful, of course, but like we don't all have that. So we see this in the media and then we're like, why doesn't my afro look like that? Because our hair is fine. We just have finer strands and it's just not going to look like that, but we can still have our afros be the way they're meant to be as my hair, or as our hair, grows out of our scalp. So this is my little journey of my fine 4C hair. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going on this little hair journey with me. But I will check in, like I said, with this maybe in about 3 to 4 months, and we'll just follow up, see if I'm still using the same products, see if my hair has any growth, see if I was able to reactivate these follicles or if that little patch grows. I don't know, we will see. But again, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you all have a great day or night, whatever time of day you're watching this, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.